Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Whether this is your first time here or you're coming back, thank you for stopping by. From the title, you clearly stopped by to see my Hindsight Is 2020 book tag responses. So let's get into it, shall we? All right, so since we're just having a little chat, we got some water in my I Love My Cat mug. I've said before this should be cats, because I have two, but it's fine. This book tag was created by Erin Go Read. I will put a link to her channel below. And when I saw this, anytime I see a book tag that doesn't involve digging through stacks of books that I don't have, I'm all for it. So I saw this one, I was like, oh, I can do that. So let's get into it with question number 1. What were you like as an early and learning reader? I have my questions here. This one I knew was going to be difficult because I don't really remember a lot. I loved school when I was in elementary school. I think even when I was in middle school, I still pretty much loved school. So I'm assuming I was great as an early reader. I was in the talented and gifted program when I was in elementary school, so I was supposed to be a little bit advanced. That fell by the wayside in high school, but anyway. And yeah, I enjoyed reading like a lot of children should. Yeah, I enjoyed it, and it's pretty much what I can remember. Yeah. Question number 2. What book or book series really got you excited about reading as a kid? If you are not new to my channel, you have heard this 1,000 times, so I apologize in advance. But my answer is always Christopher Pike books. I also remembered recently from watching some other videos that I used to read Babysitter's Club. I probably was reading that because that's what all the girls were into at the time in elementary school. Yes, it was like that gender-wise back in the day. Yeah, I do remember like the little Babysitter's Club books with the numbers on them and wanting to read them in order and all of that. But I think what really got me was when I found Christopher Pike books. I hope you can't hear the alarm or any other noise. We have construction going on right next to my building. They are putting up a brand new building, and I decided to record this on a Monday instead of the weekend. So I apologize if you can hear the noise. If not, disregard. But anyway, yes, I found Christopher Pike books, and I was a horror lover already, horror movies. So when I found Christopher Pike books, it was like, what is this world? And that is what I just love to read all the time. I used to read a ton of Christopher Pike books when I was a kid. I probably used to skip them between Babysitter's Club, but I don't fully remember, and we're just gonna forget about that part. Question number 3. Has there been a person in your life, real or fictional, who inspired you to be a reader? This is the one where I saw other people answer this, and I was like, I don't really have an answer. But then I thought about it a little bit more, and I was like, oh, maybe I do. Let me explain. I don't feel like we have a lot of big readers in my family. My godmother, however, has always been into books. She used to work at the library, and she has had libraries in her house, like people you see here on BookTube. So I think being around that growing up has always, been there for me and inspired me a little bit. But I was too busy, hanging out with friends and thinking about boys that, I wasn't really into reading as much when I got, like I said, to high school and etc. And then more recently, I have a social media friend, Tracy. I will put a link to her channel below. She would post things on Instagram about reading for fun, and I was seeing her post, and I'd be like, oh, I remember reading. That looks like fun. And then she also shared a channel. I don't remember the name offhand right now, but I will put it here on the screen and link it below. She shared their channel and their Instagram, and I loved seeing what they were reading. And again, with those two, it just got me more interested in getting back into reading. And I was like, you know what? With all that's been going on in the world, I am ready to just step away from news, media, all of it, and just get into reading. So I will say it was a combination of those two that more recently got me into reading. And then when I decided to get into reading again, I did a search on YouTube to see what people were reading nowadays, and I found all these people here on BookTube, and that was like inspiring right there. So I will say, yeah, mostly people on social media. So it would be too many to name, so I'm not even going to run down the list. But If I've communicated with you, you know who you are. Question number 4. At what point did you begin to identify as a reader? I would say recently. I mean, of course, when I was a kid, but it wasn't a thing to say you were a reader. Back in those days, back in my day, all kids read for the most part, from what I remember. It wasn't like a thing to be a reader. And then, as I said, when I became an adult, I was just kind of like dipping in and out of reading, so I wouldn't really consider myself a reader. But now, I would say I'm a reader as of 2020, end of 2020. So, yeah, cheers to me. Question number 5. How has being a reader shaped your life and your worldview? Oh my. So for this one, I would say it's the flip side of it. I would say my life and worldviews have affected me being a reader, meaning I end a lot of my videos talking about unplugging from media as much as possible. I have just learned so much over these past few months about how media affects us negatively that we're not aware of. Of course, we all know news is just terrible for you. So yeah, I would say me wanting to unplug from media and all of that as much as possible has inspired me to read. Yeah, because I mean, I read books for fun and to have some form of entertainment that is not going to TV and movies, which was always my go-to before. So yeah, I don't really see yet books that have shaped my worldview or anything like that. So yeah, hope that's a good answer. Question number 6. Tag someone whose reading history you want to learn more about. Oh my goodness. I never want to tag anyone because I think people aren't going to do it. But anyway, I will just say, if you watch this and you want to do it, consider yourself tagged. Feel free. Yeah, let's wrap it up there. So thank you so much for watching my video. I hope that you enjoyed and learned a little bit more about me. And if you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss videos. And I have learned, for the YouTube algorithm, you've probably heard about that. You may or may not know what it is, but it just means what helps my channel to be more successful and to grow. What means the most are thumbs up and comments. So please give me some thumbs up and leave me a comment. I do respond. And until the next video, take care of yourself, stay cozy in your hideaway with your good books, and unplug as much as possible. See you next time. Bye.